The Department of Labor and Employment's allocation for next year took a trim from the pruning shears of Budget Secretary Amenah Pangandaman. More than a quarter, or precisely 26.2% from this year's budget, was shaved, and which drew pushback from the House panel seeking to restore much, if not all, of the $16 billion in DOLE spending cuts, as our Denise Osorio reports.
Some members of the House of Representatives questioned the Department of Labor and Employment during today's Committee on Appropriations hearing on some of the contents of their $45 billion budget proposal for next year. Cagayan de Oro 2nd District Representative Rufus Rodriguez raised concern over the proposed budget being slashed of over a quarter, or precisely 26.2% of this year's budget from the National Expenditure Program.
If you compare the GAA for 2024, which is 61 billion, it has been reduced to only 45 billion. Ngayon, tingnan mo itong TESDA. From 20 billion, na-reduce, and we have reduced by 3 billion. Don't you agree, our colleague, that this should be restored?
Yes, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair, it should be restored and perhaps increased if possible, given the different and increasing mandates being given to TESDA.
On the other hand, OFW Party List Representative Marisa Magsino brought attention to the mental health of workers in their respective jobs. Magsino stressed on DOLE's Department Order 208 series of 2020, which indicates an employee with a mental health condition cannot be dismissed solely for such reason.
Kung ang isang manggagawa ay tinanggal dahil lamang sa kanyang mental health condition, ito po ay maituturing na discriminatory act. And therefore, actionable po ito under the mental health law.
Meanwhile, Pangasinan 4th District Representative Christopher De Venecia addressed the security and protection of freelance workers, such as those in the creative and media industry. But according to DOLE, the budget provided for this sector is determined and allocated by the different tripartite councils.
So ano pong mga programa ng tripartism budget? Like kung ano pong klaseng support ang binibigay natin dun sa entertainment industry tripartite council?
Bahagi po ng pondo ng tripartism ay gastusin sa una, venue ng mga meetings, pagkain ng mga umaattend sa meetings, at yung iba pang mga requirements pa na kailangan po sa meeting. Of course, yung mga papel, yung kailangan po nating mga i-print. May mga activities po tayo na gagawin, such as capacity building training, yung mga seminars and consultation. Mayroon po yung mga kaakibat na gastusin.
Eventually, concerns over the minimum wage increase was discussed again, emphasizing on the country's current minimum wage grossly incompatible to a living wage that responds to the real needs of Filipinos.
Kung titignan natin yung mga consumer price index, yung inflation rate, yung poverty threshold, at saka syempre yung food threshold, iba-iba yon per region. Kung itong mga indicators na ito na ibibigay ng PSA or ng NEDA o ng ating economic think tank ay magiging napakababa at napakawala sa realidad, natural, magpa-follow doon yung ating pag-determine ng minimum wage.
Ang minimum po naman ay entry level lang, floor wage. Yun po yung gustong mapangalagaan ng DOLE na wala pong bababa doon sa floor wage. Kaya yung pong pagtaas ng pagdadagdag po ng mga regional tripartite wages and productivity boards, nabanggit nga po kanina, sinasaalang-alang po hindi lamang yung pangangailangan, yung kakayahan, pati po yung employment.
The DOLE accentuated on the most important right of a worker, which is the right to work, and called to negotiate wages such as of skilled workers who should be entitled to higher pay. Denise Osorio from the National Television Network for a new and better Philippines.